So hi, I am coming to show you how to crochet a sunburst granny square. I have a couple here. These are just a couple that I have with some ends on. Well, let's see. This is the front, if you can see that. And they do come out a little bit wavy, but when you sew them together, they're straight. And I'm also going to post a video on how I sew them together. So if I do that, I'll link it in the description. This is the back of them. Looks a little bit different. I mean, either way, it's really pretty, I think. And this is my favorite granny square. But this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to make it into a throw, and then I'll just keep adding on to it whenever I have time. Because it's a really, really good thing for scraps. So I've been using all of my scraps on it because I have so much yarn. I'm going to show you what products I use, and I'm just going to start showing you what I do. So this is a 4mm, I don't know if my camera adjusts automatically or what, but it's a 4mm crochet hook, with just a wood base I got at Michael's. So I have that, and I just have a pair of scissors, and I also have a needle, but I'll have to find that later. So basically, this specific granny square is 3 colors, and well, 4 colors honestly, but you pick out 3 colors for each one that will go with your base color. I'm using just a regular cream, so the colors I'm going to be using are green, this mustard color, and this teal kind of color. And I usually ball up my yarns just because it's easier for me to work with, but this one I haven't done it with yet, obviously, so I'm just going to get into it. Alright, so my middle color is going to be this lime green kind of color. So what I start out with is a magic ring. Now if you don't know how to do a magic ring, I just kind of, because I don't like it to be super long anyways, I just do it a little bit past my bottom 2 fingers. I wrap behind the first 2 fingers, wrap again between the 4 fingers, so be like this, if you can tell what that looks like. So it's going to loop around just these 2 fingers, and then when you're going around to the back, take this string with your right hand or left if you're doing it the opposite way, and you're just gonna be, well, so you're going like this, you're gonna loop it through here, so you have tiny loop in your magic ring, like that, and you just put your hook through that little loop, and then you yarn over and chain 1. Now doing, say, 6 single crochet in the middle of the loop. Hey, so I realized I was doing slip stitch now instead of single crochet as I'm going back and editing, so you're going to want to do a loop after you pull through the ring, but sorry about that, I'm just tired. Okay, and just pull. So it creates this tiny little circle. Hey, I also just forgot to mention that you want to do a slip stitch on the very first single crochet of the chain before you do your chain 2. This is what it looks like when it's been pulled together, if you can see that. And then you're just gonna chain 2, and then you're gonna work 15 double crochet. So this one that you just chained the 2 is gonna work as 1 double crochet. So you yarn over, insert your hook into the middle, yarn over as you pull through, and it's okay if you go slower than that and you make sure that you're getting it right because you will get faster eventually. And then you yarn over again, so you'll have 4 loops on your hook in total, and with the one that you just yarned over, pull through just 2 of those loops. Yarn over again for 3 loops on the hook and pull through. Now you're going to want to do 14 more, and I'll come back when I have finished those. So I've done 15, and I know that when you get to about 14 it starts going over these, so just pull them apart It'll make your loop a little bit bigger, but that's okay as long as you still have your chain out, because you can always pull the loop smaller, so it's all right. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do one more double crochet in the middle. And this here, when you have the 16, is when you're gonna change your color. So I'm gonna pull over the mustard. I'm gonna go ahead and cut mine. I do mine a little bit long. You don't necessarily have to do that long, but I like having extra length just in case. And you're going to be going into the second loop. So here's what it looks like. There's this loop right here. This is the first chain that you did, and this is going to be the second chain that you did for that counted as the first double crochet. So you're going into the top loop like that, and you're going to just take the mustard color, grab it, loop it around, just hold it like this as a loop. Let me see if I can show you like that, as a loop, and then you just pull through like that, and pull through again for a slip stitch. And to secure it, all you do is chain 1 to secure it, but you're actually going to be chaining 2. And so you're going to be doing the next part, which is the ones that look like these. These are like a puff stitch. It's going to be 7 loops on your chain for the puff stitch, because you can do bigger or smaller depending. This is a 7 loop puff stitch. You're going to be yarning over, going into the same loop that you're in, so the one that the color change is going to be in, so you go right in there and you pull through, yarn over, pull through, 5 hook loops on your chain, yarn over for 6, go one more time, yarn, pull through, and there's 7 loops on your chain. And now the easiest way is not to go straight through, is to angle your crochet hook back just a little bit to go through all of those loops, because they're all going at different angles, and sometimes it doesn't go through, although you always catch some strings, but that's okay. I don't know what's going on there, but that's alright. And then yarn over again, pull through, and that's your first puff stitch. You're going to want to take, if you want to, you don't necessarily have to do this, you can always just sew them in later, but what I do is I take these 2 and I crochet over them so that it's easier to hide them later on, because you can just cut them right off. So I yarn over and hold these like just above my index finger so that the yarn goes right over them, pull through, and just do it like you regularly would. 3, 4, 5. Oop. Pull through all of those. And it's super simple, and you don't have to do all the way down the length of whatever yarn you've cut. I would do 3, maybe 4 to secure it, and that should be like fine if you just do, because the first one is not really going to count. Okay, so there's 3. So I'm just going to show you. I just take my scissors, snip just these 2. Make sure not to snip the cord that you're using, because that would be annoying. I mean, you can always tie it and hide it, but it would just be annoying. So it looks like that. That's fine. Make sure you pull them tight first, because otherwise if it's loose right here, it's going to look very weird in this little area. So you just pull it through, and then you just start crocheting again. 5 through. And it's not noticeable at all. It's gone. Okay, so I'm on the last one. I'm just going to do that one real quick. This is the 16th puff stitch. 5. Yarn over, pull through, and then you just go to the second chain again that you started on. And this is once again where you're going to change your color. So I just grab the teal, or your third color, yarn over like before, pull through, and you have this little yarn, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So this one you're going to be doing, if that would adjust, yeah, you're going to be doing this third ring out here, and this is going to be 3 double crochets together. Now the first one you're going to be going into, it does have the 2 chains before it, so I recommend going behind those 2 chains. So go right in here, go through, yarn over, so you have 3 loops on your chain. Yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, and pull through 2. Do that one more time. 3, and then chain 1. Also make sure that you're chaining over these, but you're going to be going through the hole between them, not into the actual like loop on the top. You're going to be going into the hole between the actual puff stitches. So you have 3, yarn over, 1, yarn over, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and go around and have 16 of those. Make sure 3 or 4th, just cut these off. After you've done this, I finished the 16, and then I chained 1. And then now you're going to be adding your base color that's going to bring all of your work together. So you're going to be doing, this layer right here. Now this one's a bit complicated. You are only doing 16, but you're going to be doing them all differently. Not all of them, but you're going to be doing each one differently. So you're going to be doing treble crochet, double crochet, and half double crochet. So hopefully you know how to do those. So I'm going to go through the second chain. I'm going to go through the top. Now sometimes they are a bit harder to find, so you can literally just go through one part of the chain. It's okay. Just loop around with your 4th color, and then pull through again. And I'm just going to pull that tighter. So you have your base color, and I'm going to chain 4. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So there's the 4. And you're going to be doing a treble crochet in this one. So you wrap around your hook twice. So let me show you that again in case you don't know how. 1, 2. That's it. And then make sure you're crocheting over these 2 strings in the back. And then you insert your hook into the back. Or, well, you're going to be inserting it into the one underneath the one that you started. So right here. And then you yarn over and pull through. So you're going to have 4 hooks, or 4 loops on your, 4 loops on your hook. 4 loops on your hook. And then you yarn over again for 5 loops on your hook. So go through 2 of those, yarn over, go through 2 of those, yarn over, go through 2 of those. And that's a treble crochet. And so I'm going to do one more. Yarn over, over, and that's your treble. You're only going to be doing these in 3s. So chain 1, and now you're going to be doing your double crochet. So you go through here, so just a double crochet into the very next one, and then we're going to be doing 3 double crochet, chain 1, and now you're going to be doing half double crochet. And the way that you do half double crochet is you go through, pull through, and you still will have 3 loops on your hook just like you started with the double crochet, but you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 hoops or loops on your hook rather than splitting it in half, basically. So you do that again and then pull through all 3, and you do that one more time and then chain 1 more, and then you're going to do double crochet again. Pull those tight. Go ahead and take these off real quick. Alright. So, wrap 2 around, go into the next one, yarn over, do treble, 3 treble, and now this one's a little bit different, because what you're going to be doing here, once you do your first treble, is you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. So it looks like that. and then you're going to do 3 more trebles into the same loop that you just did the other 3 trebles. And this is going to be the corner of your granny square. So you're going to have a total of 6 treble in one of these loops. So it looks like that. Yarn over, pull through, and that's going to make a chain. And then it's going to look like that. So basically, you're just going to kind of repeat this step. So you'll do another double crochet here, half double, double, and then you're going to do the treble corner again. So you come to the very last one, and you treble crochet 3 into the first loop that you treble crocheted in. So when your chain first starts, so that you'll have 6 treble crochet in there. When you get to that point, you're going to chain 3 right here, and now you're going to continue using this color, go into the 3rd chain that you did up here. So let me show you. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So you go into this one right here and just slip stitch. This is a bit wavy, so I'm going to pull it out a little bit and just pull the corners and flatten it out. So it looks like that. I like to sew it on 2 sides at once. I pull just a little excess here and then pull it down to here, so I have about this much, and just snip. So you're done with your base color, and then you just pull through. So I'm going to show you in another video how I join them, but before I turn this video off, I'm going to show you how I get rid of this little chain in the back. I just kind of take the ends, twist them. I know I have a yarn needle specifically, so take this and I have it loop through there. When you're doing your chain, because it's not all the way around the circle, it's only on part of the circle underneath. So if you want it to go even smaller, oops, I accidentally pulled through, I don't really need it anymore, you can always just go around in a circle underneath all of these, like, so you could, when you have it, the yarn on the hook, just go underneath like this, pull through, go underneath like this, and pull through, and just do it a 3rd time, and then all you have to do is pull tight, and the hole is invisible, basically. It's really not noticeable, and you really don't need to sew it in. You could just sew it into here if you want to secure it, and knot it if you want. I really don't like having a bunch of knots on my work because they tend to come untied anyways, but that's how I do it. And so this is the back and this is the front, and you should watch my videos on how I join them if you'd like. Thank you for watching.